Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to study the clinical examination of arterial pulse. You have already read about the pulse, that it is the pressure wave which travels in the arteries ahead of the blood flow. And this pressure wave travels 10 times faster than the blood flow in the arteries. So what we are going to do today is we are going to study this arterial pulse in the radial artery. And this radial pulse examination is preferred as compared to other arterial pulses because it can be easily felt. It is best felt with the tips of 3 fingers, slightly compressing the vessel against the underlying bone. Patient's forearm should be pronated and slightly flexed. I will show it to you right now. Okay, so make sure that the patient should be in a comfortable position, and firstly introduce yourself. I'm Dr. Jobi, ठीक है, Dr. Fariha or whatever your name is. Then next step is to take the consent from the patient, and lastly approach the patient from the right side. Okay, so the arm of the patient is right now in semi-flexed position and semi-pronated. This is how I'm going to press my 3 fingers against the radial artery and feel the different characteristics of the pulse. So now I'm going to observe the rate, rhythm, character, volume, condition of the vessel wall, presence or absence of the delay in femoral and radial pulse, and compare the pulses with the other side. Okay. So one by one we will discuss these characteristics of the pulse. Uh, if we see the diagram of this pulse, this is basically the waveform of pulse which is noted by the sphygmograph. Okay, this device is wrapped around the wrist, and this basically determines the different characters of the pulse. Like in this diagram, this is also mentioned in your book Guyton. You can see that this upstroke is also called as anacrotic pulse. This is the maximum ejection phase. Then we have a tidal wave, then the diacrotic wave, and lastly we have the post-diacrotic wave. Okay, so if we talk about rate, the rate of the pulse is expressed in terms of beats per minute. Like if you note the pulse of the patient for a whole minute, you would say that either the pulse was 72 per minute or whatever the range is. Okay, these beats are counted for full 1 minute. As I've just mentioned, the rate of the pulse is normally increased in case of exercise, anxiety, or hyperthyroidism, and the rate is reduced in case of hypothyroidism. Okay. Next, we will determine the rhythm of the pulse. Normally, the pulse beats at regular interval, so decide whether the pulse is regular or irregular. Okay, if it is irregular, decide if it is either completely irregular, like there is irregularity which is at a recurring pattern at a regular interval, or determine either if it is regular rhythm. Okay, that is interrupted by irregularities. So next character we are going to study is character of the pulse. By feeling the radial pulse, character of the pulse cannot be appreciated, and it is identified with the help of a device which is called as sphygmograph. Okay, we will check if the patient has normal character or there are certain abnormal characters. For example, a patient can have anacrotic pulse, which is abnormal, and this occurs in case of aortic stenosis. In this case, there is slow rise in the P wave, there is slow rise, and the pulse is of small volume. Volume of the pulse is also reduced. Okay. There is another abnormal character which is called as water hammer pulse. In this, it is characterized by a rapid upstroke, okay, and descent of the pulse wave occurs. It normally occurs in cases of aortic regurgitation, and it is due to the regurgitation of blood from aorta back into the left ventricle, or due to abnormal leakage from the arterial system. All right, there is another abnormal character which is called as bisference pulse, and it is a combination of slow rising and collapsing pulses occurs when the aortic stenosis is present. Okay, and the last abnormal character is pulsus alternans. When the ventricle beats strongly, then weakly in successive beats of normal rhythm, then this alternation is present. Okay, so we have discussed the character of the pulse, which is determined by the sphygmograph, and we have discussed 4 types of abnormal characters, which were anacrotic pulse, water hammer pulse, bisferens pulse, and pulsus alternans. All right. Next next observation which we are going to study is the volume of the blood pulse. This basically refers to the amplitude of the movement of the vessel wall during the passage of pulse wave, and in case of shock the volume of the pulse is reduced, and in case of exercise it is increased. Okay, next observation would be condition of the vessel wall. To assess this, sufficient pressure should be exerted on the radial pulse, and it should be rolled beneath the fingers against the underlying bone. Normally in young patients, this condition of the vessel wall cannot be felt because there is soft arteries present in the young patient as compared to old patients, because old patients sometimes have arteriosclerosis, that is the thickening of the arteries, and in this case the radial artery is normally palpable. Okay, next thing we are going to discuss is the delay of femoral pulse as compared with the right radial pulse. Normally this condition is found in the coarctation of the aorta, and this is a condition in which there is deformity of the aorta. Okay, lastly we will compare the right radial pulse with the left side to find if there is any delay, or to check if they are both synchronous. Okay, so I'm just going to repeat the observations. First we will check the rate, then rhythm, then we will check the character of the pulse, then volume, then condition of the vessel wall, then we will check the presence or absence of delay in femoral and radial pulse, and lastly we will compare pulses on both sides, that is right and left side. Okay, at the end we would describe how the pulse was with the same sequence. You would say that the pulse was 72 per minute, it was regular, it was good in volume, the character was normal. Okay, condition of the vessel wall was either palpable or not, or if there was any delay in the femoral or and radial pulse, or there was no delay, and you would say that the pulse was synchronous on both sides if it was. Okay, this is how you are going to describe the pulse. So this was all for today. Remember that the procedure would be done on the patient when the arm is semi-flexed and semi-pronated position. I hope today's practical is clear to you all. Thank you.